แบบขึ้นมาเป็น13-10ครับหมายเลข4ยิงลูกนี้
We welcome everyone into Warriors League Thailand 2026. Early action between the Sun Devils and the Titans. So we'll give you some stats as the game progresses, as I mentioned early on in this first quarter. All right, we got about 2 minutes in this first quarter of action. Again, it's the Titans versus the Devils, Warriors Thailand, 2026 10th annual tournament. We'll set it for you in a moment. We'll get you some names, numbers of the rosters as well. All right, so early on, first quarter, working through some issues, but that's okay. Rich and Jonas, oh, and just like that, nice little drive down the lane. Appreciate everyone keeping us tuned in. As always, don't forget to get social with us, like, comment, subscribe, and check us out on Facebook and the YouTube channel. So it's, as I mentioned, the Titans, Sun Devils, Titans up 5-0 in this one, and a dribble drive to the basket. That's going to go in an easy lay-in. And that was Flynn gliding in for 2 for the Thailand Titans, coming back the other way. Dribble drive right in the lane. So the pace starting to pick up early on between these two. It's a little more wide open game. 4 10-minute quarters, 2 minutes in between quarters, 5-minute intermission. Knotted up at 7 apiece. Another dribble drive. So once again, you start to see right now, that's Mark Blair putting it on the floor. 6'3" American guard out of Queens. Driving right to the lane, right off the glass, and he'll go to the line, try to get the conventional three-point play. 8:40 to go in this first quarter. Blair's off the mark. Here come the Sun Devils, moving right to left. Number 7, McDonald's, a good-looking player to watch in white. Got caught up, dish off, and right off the glass again, and count that one by Murphy, 6'4" guard out of North Carolina. Under 6 to play in this first quarter. 2-man game right now for the Titans. They'll switch off. Flynn had it. Looking. Trying to find a little sliver of daylight. Can't convert. Wanted to foul. Didn't get it. Got caught up. Might be a jump ball. I'll actually go the other way. So good defense right there by the Sun Devils. As I mentioned, they're moving right to left in the white unis. Titans in the black. Knotted up in 9-9. 5:36 to go in this first stanza. Long 3. In and out. Little loose change. Coming back the other way. The Titans, they want to push. They want to run. Good look. The trailer and right off the glass. Magusa. 6'5" Filipino with the deuce. That's a long 3, and that drops home by the Sun Devils. So this is a wide open pace. We'll talk a little more about the tournament, the rules, regulations, but first things first, under 5 to go in this opening quarter. Devils up by 1. Coffin corner off the mark. 12-11 right now, and I think they're going to get a foul on the shooter. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to get. Looks like Zhang's going to go to the line. Running clock, 4:30 to go. This is the first of 4 on a Sunday afternoon. And right here, Warriors Thailand YouTube channel. So you'll see a little mixed bag with some of the players that have come stateside, playing overseas, great exposure opportunity, spotlight on them to make a mark, and that's what Warriors League Thailand is all about. 10th annual tournament. We've kind of described it as a sprint, not a marathon. Zhang, first of 2, knocks it true. 6'4" guard, Stevens Tech, top 3 in a conference. 3-point shooting in college. Averaged about 9 and 3. Second is good. And this is why you never foul a jump shooter. And he had that old-fashioned Reggie Miller late kick. Knocks home all 3. Midway through this first quarter. 2-man game again from the Sun Devils. Looking to create, had a flasher in a moment. I don't know if there's a little condensation on the floor. Dribble drive elbow, and that drops home. A little slippery for some of the players right now. Devils up by 1, 14-13. Zhang for 3. Oh, and a good rebound off the, they're not going to call it. Well, might have gotten away over the cylinder. No goaltending. Offensive interference. Very athletic play, and that was Flynn flying high. 14-13. Devils up by 1. Stolen away. They're going to push. They've got some numbers. 3-on-1. A little surprise there. They settled for 3-point attempt with those numbers. Some fresh bodies coming in right now for Team Sun Devils. Under 4 to play. 14-14. Titans moving left to right in their black unis. I mentioned Blair, Flynn. Good-looking players to keep an eye out for. Step back 3. That's off the mark. Blair can't convert. And again, the Devils want to get out and run. Stutter step with the left hand. Count it. Silky smooth. Coming back the other end. We'll also be able to give you some updated stats as these games go in real time. Nice little added value. That's a strong drive. What, the decisiveness, some of these players, just like that, they're really just putting the ball right on the floor. Very decisive, no hesitation whatsoever. 18-14 Devils by 4. Zhang has it now. Thinking about the 3, wants to pull it out. They'll try to go right back inside. And a good spin move. And that's going to drop home as well. It's utilizing the big man, the center. 18-16. Devils up by 2, 2:34 to go. Another soft kiss right off the glass. We got 2:13 to go in this opening stanza. Timeout on the floor. So nice little start. 10th annual Warriors League Thailand tournament that runs for several weeks, and we'll kind of go through how these teams progress and how these teams will have an opportunity to play for the championship. 2018, 2:35 to go in this first quarter. And Maglua has 5. Flynn has 6 already for Thailand Titans. And for the Sun Devils, they're kind of getting up and down the floor. Mora has 6. 2 or 3 from the floor. So pretty decisive early on. So I mentioned this. We'll talk about it throughout this afternoon's telecast. Round 1-8 teams, they'll play each other. Once top 4 teams, which place 1 to 4, will advance to the second round. Round 2, last 4 teams, semifinal. First place team will play the 4th place team. Second place team will play the 3rd place team. Then you have round 3, championship game, and that's the final. 2018, Titans up by 2 early on this Sunday afternoon. 2:15 to go in this opening stanza. Sun Devils selling for a lot of jump shots as well. See if they got to try to work it inside a little bit and penetrate and dish. Long 3. That's off the mark. Titans want to run right now. And again, they got some numbers. 3-on-2. Catch and shoot. Count it. Let's Gus with the 3. Almost a little miscommunication there with the rebound. But again, Titans now. And dish. 5-3. Left hand. Zhang. Little floater. Now all of a sudden that lead has ballooned up to 7 with a $1.33 to go in this first dish. Quarter. Long 3. That's off the mark. Titans right down the boulevard. Right, count that one. And again, they 7 with a $1.33 to go in this first dish. Quarter. Long 3. Very good athleticism. That's off the mark. Titans right down the boulevard. Now. Count that one. And again, these players, they know exactly what they want to do with the basketball once they put it on the floor, and they set 25-20. So that little run right there by the Titans, Devilz stopped the bleeding with the layup inside, but they still trail by 5, closing in on 1 quarter in the books. You see right now what Thailand, the Titans want to do. They're trying to get back inside. You'll see they'll start to draw that double. That's a forced shot. But I think what you want is once you draw that double, kick out. You got some really good shooters. Devilz want to push it right now under 30 seconds to go. Zhang trying to D up. Kick out, 3. And that doesn't drop. I think Brown with the miss. Still a 5-point lead right now. Holding for that last shot. See if they create a little space, get Zhang. Maybe keep him top of the key. Just as I thought, Zhang, catch and shoot. Might have got fouled on that one. And that is how the first quarter is going to end. Titans lead it by 5, 25-20. Largest lead of the first quarter was 7. So 1 quarter in the books. We'll get you some stats as well. And dish, long 3. That's and dish, long 3. That's off the mark. Titans want to run right now. And again, they got some numbers. 3-on-2. Catch and shoot. Count it. So 1 quarter in the books, and the Titans lead this one 25-20. Game 1 of 4 on this Sunday afternoon. First quarter stats. For the Sun Devils, Murphy with 6. Morrow with 6. Scott Hartman, 2 apiece. And for the Titans, Magslov with 5. Flynn with 6. And Zhang with 5. Thailand was 9 of 14 from the floor. And the Sun Devils were 7 of 8. Pardon me, 9 of 17. One of the other differences, too, in that first quarter, Titans were able to get to the line 6 times. So we'll see now if Team Sun Devils, these guards want to penetrate, try to draw some contact. Be side out right now. Scott gets it in. Nice look. Yeah, Moore is the catalyst. I mean, everything's pretty much predicated around him when he has the ball on the floor. 25-22, early stages, second quarter. Little miscommunication right there from the Titans. Yeah, Moore is the catalyst. I mean, everything's pretty much. And sloppiness, bad possession to start things off in the second quarter. They'll swing it one more time. Moore. Now that long swing pass, corner. And that rattles home. So another three. You can start to see they're waking up from beyond the perimeter. 25-22. Coming back the other end. And that drops home. I think Devilz wanted some contact. 25-22. Get the whistle, but he knocked it home. Coming back the other end. So they're that drops home. Calling it the other way. They're going to wave it off, and it's going back the other way. That's a tough call right there. 25-22, Titans by 3. Stop and pop. Little shake. Doesn't drop. Thailand's going to push it again, left to right. Dark unis and careless turnover. Several to start things off in this second quarter. 25-22. Settle down a little bit. Coming back the other end, and that drops home. And that's just an example of a player that decides, I'm going to body up right now, and I'm going to 25-22. Go down on the low block and get to the line. Coming back the other end, and that drops home. 25-22. Coming back the other end. Coming back the other end. Coming back the other end, and that drops home. Going to call it on the floor one more time. 25-22, Titans by 3, 7:21 to go in the second quarter. Uncontested, free look, doesn't drop. Devils want to come back, and they want to run. Nice look inside, good entry pass. They'll pull it right back out. 2-man game. Another clean look that doesn't drop. Easy rebound. Long Euro step, left hand. Oh, that's a gorgeous move, gliding in. Devilz, 6'3" guard. They're going to push one more time. Devilz has it. There's your trailer. Nice look. And the contact was made. So a little more of a phonetical pace right now for the Titans. They know they've got a little bit of a breathing room. Good lead. Trying to run it a little bit up and down the floor. Menadas is going to go to the line for 2, 6'4". A lot of energy. Can play multiple positions. Very versatile. First is true. Largest lead thus far. Titans led by 7. They lead by 5. Trying to bump it to 6 right now with the second. It's going to stay with the Titans. I believe you got a lane violation, so another shot. And that doesn't fall. Devilz now. Trailing by 5. Little ball fake. Drews the double. Stutter step. Oh, that's a acrobatic shot. See when Dotterwich is on the floor, the 6'3" guard. Played in a TBL in the States, Cincinnati Warriors. He's that threat of a long-range sniper, so he's starting to draw that defense out. And that's when I think they have to go back inside. And they're creating space, whether it's going to be Blair, whether it's going to be Zhang, Flynn. They've got a lot of athleticism on the floor right now for Thailand. They lead it by 5, 28-23. Under 6 to go in the second quarter. Defensively, trying to ratchet it up as well. And Sun Devils, it seems as though they're trying to get to the line a lot more because they weren't able to get to the line in that first quarter. So we always talk about adjustments in a game, and they realize, let me put the ball on the floor and try to create a little bit. That's what Scott's trying to do as he steps to the line for 2. Knocks home both. (28-25). 3-point lead right now for the Titans. Dotterwhite, hands off. Zhang looking. 2-man game, back over. Long 3. They're going to call it on the floor one more time. Left-handed layup missed. Titans want to come back now. 28-25, up by 3, 5:34 to go. Blair has it. Drop off. Start getting number 3 cooking a little bit. Spin move right on the lane. And that's off the mark. Those are the kind of unforced errors that will absolutely drive a coach batty. Sure, head coach Terrence Bentley was not too happy about that last possession right now by the Sun Devils, who trailed by 3, 1 under 5 to go in the second quarter. Dotterwhite looking for Zhang. He's got Blair flashing. Draws a contact one more time. He'll go to the line for 2. So the 6'3" guard is doing a really nice job of drawing the contact, and this is what they were able to do in that first quarter. That was get to the line freely. Fortuitous bounce gets him back after 2 misses. Good defense right there by the Devils. Try to force the turnover. Still trailing this one. Low scoring affair. 28-25, 4:51 to go in the second quarter. And it's really been a tale, if you think about it. Titans able to get to the line in that first quarter. Devils now a little more assertive with their guard play, trying to get to the line. That's a gorgeous move. I believe that was Blair. Well, we talked about number 3. He's a big-time threat and a big-time player once he puts play trying to get to the line. See right there, gorgeous move. I believe that was Blair. Arm, and he goes to the line. Well, we talked about number 3. Epic high school assertive with their guard play trying to get to the line. All-star, 2-time all-region. That's a gorgeous move. I believe that was Blair, Queens, New York native. Scored 1,300 points, 700 rebounds as well in college. Very athletic. That's a gorgeous feed, too. Drew the double. Found the open man. Easy lay-in for the Sun Devils. And they need something to get their offense cooking a little bit. 31-30. Off the glass one more time. Dotterweich having himself pretty solid ball game right now, under 3:20 to go in this second quarter. That's a catch and shoot for three. Mora again, starting to find the stroke. Solid ball game right now, under 3:20
right now.
to go.
Explodes right to the tin one more time.
Solid ball
Can't
game right
convert.
now, under 3:20 to go in this second quarter. That's a catch. So timeout on the floor, 33-30. Titans lead it by 3, 2:50 to go in the second quarter. This is game number 1 of a scheduled 4 this afternoon. And right now, if you're just tuning in on the YouTube channel, it's the Titans versus Sun Devils, 32-31. Solid ball game right now, under stats as well to go in this second quarter. That's a catch and shoot himself a really nice first half for the Sun Devils with 12. Solid ball game Mora right now, under 3:20 to go. A little more judicious with the basketball, has 9. The two high catch and shoot for 3. As for the Titans, you've got multiple players with 5+ more points in Blair, in Flynn, and also in Zhang. So knotted up at 33 apiece, 3:07 to go in the second quarter. See if they work it inside one more time to the big man. He'll clear out. And Blair one more time. Drew the contact. A little more aggressive underneath the rim. He'll go to the line for 2 more. Blair does a little bit of everything. He can rebound, he can shoot, he can score. He's a good defensive player. He's extremely versatile. 35-33. Titans by 2 over the Devils. 2:39 to go in this second quarter. We'll have a 5-minute halftime. Nice look. Gorgeous feed with the cutter. It's a nice bucket. They needed that. Coming back the other end. I believe that was Dotterweich again. So the side's starting to take advantage, 37-35, and the game's starting to open up a little bit. Just short on that 3. Blair has it. One more time. Drawing the contact. Having an opportunity to watch him in the States, an extremely well-rounded player. Thailand, this Titans team, they certainly have some athleticism. Mentioned Flynn, Zhang, who can knock it down. Still up by 2. 1:20 to go in the second. Coast to coast and an easy glide in and a bucket. Non-contested lay-in right there. 39-35. Largest lead's been 7. Catch and shoot. That's off the mark. Moore gets a little loose change. Pops it home. Blair wants to slow it down. 1 under a minute to go in this second quarter. He also loves that ISO. They're going to count the basket on the continuation. Down 1 under a minute to go in this second quarter. He also loves that ISO. Donner White just having himself a really solid They're going to count the basket. He drills a free throw, complete the three-point play. It's a 5-point cushion for the Titans. 42-37 under a minute to go. Down 1 under a minute. Titans doing a really good job defensively. Almost got the turnover and the travel, and that's a nice shot. Count it in the act of shooting. And finally, a shot falls for Team Sun Devils. They had to figure out a way to not only get to the line, stop the bleeding a little bit. I believe that was Ken Scott. He had to work hard for that one, but it drops home trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. So they pull within 2 under 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Titans moving left to right, black uniforms. Blair, stutter step, and additional look. Another easy bucket, two-man game. The big man just rolls right to the basket. Stagger step, spin move, and a dandy. Can't complete it, though. Titans can hold for the last shot, up 4. They double team Blair, and I believe lost it out of bounds. Touched it last. So it's coming back with the Devils now with 6 seconds to go. Got to get going. Coming back with a long 3, and that doesn't drop. So they're going to wave that off. It's not going to count. I know Blair wants to state his case, but nonetheless, 2 quarters in the books at the half. The Titans lead it 44-40. 5-minute break. We'll come back for the third quarter of action. And again, we appreciate everyone tuning us in, not only on the Facebook page, but also on the YouTube channel. Game 1 of 4 on this Sunday afternoon. Rich Quinones calling the action. And again, we appreciate everyone supporting the players and the league. Warriors League Thailand 2026 nice 10th annual tournament. Yeah, more is the catalyst. It's a really, everything's pretty much good opportunity for players to get exposure, national players, foreign players. We take a look at some of the action back the other end that transpired and that drops home in the first half. And we'll see you for the third quarter of action in a moment. That's a gorgeous move. I believe that was Blair. Well, we talked about number 3. Solid ball game right now, under 3:20 to go in this second quarter. That's a catch and shoot for 3. Mora again. 1 under a minute to go in this second quarter. He also loves that ISO. They're going to count the basket. Down 1 under a minute to go in this second quarter. He also loves that ISO. They're going to count the 1 under a minute to go in this second quarter. He also loves that ISO. All right, we're at the half between the Titans and the Devils, and we want to get you some halftime stats for the Thailand Titans. A lot of distribution among the scorers. Blair with 7, Flynn with 8, and Dotterweich with 7, Zhang with 5. And as far as the 3-point shooting, not the best from beyond the arc for the Titans. Just 1 of 10, but they have been getting to the line. 9 of 15, they've gotten to the line to the charity stripe. So you see they're a little more decisive with putting the ball on the floor. For the Sun Devils, Murphy's had a fantastic first half. Also Moore, number 8, Murphy, number 5, 14 and 12 respectively. Scott as well with 9 points. As far as free throws, just 4 or 5 for the Sun Devils. And 3-point shooting, there are 4 of 16. I think for them, the key is really to get Murphy and Moore a little more involved. I mean, you got Murphy, he's trying to break down these defenders. At times, the Sun Devils are settling for way too many jump shots. They got the bigs to compete. They just need to be a little more judicious with the basketball. They've turned it over 8 times and a couple of poor possessions late in the second quarter. And the Titans have turned it over 6 times. Third quarter of action coming up on the other side. All right, moments away as we get set for the third quarter of action. Game number 1 between the Titans and the Sun Devils, 44-40. Titans up by 4, largest lead, 7 by Thailand. We gave you some of the rundowns, some of the stats from the first half as action. We take a look at the Sun Devils in the white unis. Titans will be donning their black. Obviously, if you guys are just tuning in, and I really think for the aforementioned Sun Devils, you got to start getting more penetration from the guards, whether that's going to be Scott, Murphy, McDonald, and then figure out a way keep getting the ball into number 8's hands. He's been putting up some strong numbers, both ends of the floor. They have to figure out a way to continue to get to the line. And for the Titans, you had a nice little push, nice little run. That offense is obviously running through number 3, Blair, who's about to inbound the ball as we start the third quarter. But they're also able to get their bigs involved as well. Dotterweich had a really nice first half. Back over to Blair. Step back 3. Count it. Good start to the third quarter. Mark Blair with the 3 ball. Lead is up. Back up to 7. 47-40. Real nice start by the Titans. They're going to get Blair on the foul. And as we talked a little bit about late in that second quarter, get to the line if you're the Sun Devils, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Lawrence will step to the charity stripe for 2. He's another player to watch. We document and highlight a lot of these players. Kobe Lawrence, 6'5", the New Orleans, Louisiana native. I believe he'll be a little more active in this second half. Nickname El Único, the only one. You got to knock him down from the charity stripe. 47-40, early stages, third quarter. Titans up by 7. Zhang gets it into Blair. He'll push it across. Titans moving right to left. Blair wants to take his man. That's a nice look. Again, that little cutter. Rolling right to the bucket. Leads push to 9, 49-40. Excellent job defensively. They're going to call Zhang. No, they're going to get the travel there. So the defense paid off right there. A little more aggressive, the Titans were, and that's exactly what they need to do. You have their very good-looking young head coach, Coach Ramirez, up-and-coming head coach, Blair. Gives it right up. With the left hand, and that's going to drop home. A little hoop and harm one more time. Love the physicality of the Titans right now. You got that 6'5" body. It's very hard to guard. And that's Edsel Magasa. So a couple substitutions. Largest lead, Titans up by 10, 52-42, 7:36 to go in this third quarter. Sun Devils left to right, white unis. A little too much off the glass, jailbreak opportunity. Titans want to run. They've got numbers. Maga, you saw, was stating his case. And again, a lot of fouls. Man, I'll tell you, they have loose whistles, do they not? But that's how you cut into the lead. You get to the line, you attack, you attack, you attack. And that's a good job right there by Murphy. Really nice player. Had a standout first half. 52-45. Titans up by 7. 7:37 to go in this third. Blair, stutter step, stagger. Got caught up. Got his own rebound off the miss. Can't convert. Murphy has it. He'll drop it off. Sun Devils now want to keep getting out there and run. Coming back the other end. That doesn't fall. Getting a little sloppy the last 2 possessions. And the left hand finally drops home off the glass. That's Flynn one more time. That is a long 3. Fortuitous bounce. Roll doesn't go, nor does the bunny. Titans now trying to get to double digits and right down the boulevard. Again, you got to love the fact that they're getting back transitional buckets off these misses. Bunny. Titans now trying to get to double digits and right down the boulevard again. I mean, we're just seeing this the last several possessions. It's going to go back the other way, obviously, with the offensive foul, but pardon me, with the foul on the floor. Check that. But you just see right now exactly the game plan by the Titans, and I believe the Sun Devils want to talk it over a little bit, trailing in this one 56-47, 6:19 to go in the third. We know it's all about runs, and we also know that more times than not, the game is just about picking and rolling to the basket, and that's exactly what the Titans are doing right now. You know, Flynn can create space, and he can open it up for some of these sharpshooters, but he can also put the ball on the floor, and he can go right to the basket. And they're getting out and they're running. And that's the most impressive thing that we're seeing right now to start things off this third quarter. A little bit of a spurt, a little bit of a run right now. The largest lead of the night for the Titans. They lead at 56-47 by 9. Sun Devils looking to regroup here. They need to get back on defense too. After these misses, they're not running the floor. But I like the adjustments and I like the game plan by head coach Ramirez. They know that, listen, we know this team, speaking of Team Sun Devils, they've got to run on them, especially in the second half. We want to try to keep getting to the line. You know, we'll get some bunny points. We'll get some cheapies that way. Try to extend this lead and make them become a long-range jump shooting team. Just don't allow them to penetrate and get inside. And right now, they've got the bigs out there. There's a reason they have that. And then they're going to go guard heavy. And you'll see predominantly in this league too, it is very guard heavy. You'll see 2, 3. You'll see various players that can be shooting guards, point guards, a lot of guys that can handle the rock, bring the ball up. But see, that's a perfect example. The Titans come out and you see Blair face guarding a little bit, and they'll converge and they'll force a very difficult shot. So defensively, they're starting to lock down, and that's an easy jailbreak. And now the largest lead has ballooned to 15, 60-45, coming back the other way. Devils got to get something going offensively off the glass. That doesn't fall. And the Titans want to keep running. Zhang has it. Euro step. Got caught up in the air. Countered off the glass. Oh, what an acrobatic shot by Zhang. Little soft Euro step and a little kiss on a Sunday afternoon. 17-point cushion right now. And they still refuse to relent, and an easy lay-in starting to slip away right now. Nice look. Unselfish. Finally, something to stop the run. Sun Devils desperate. They have to start locking down on defense. They trail this one big by 17, 64-47, 5:35 to go. That was just a brilliant move by Zhang a couple moments ago. Blair got caught up. Got his own rebound. Just wants it more. That's pretty much what that is. Rebounds all about one. 64-47, 5:13 to go in this third quarter. I think Moore was looking for the contact, didn't get her. Pardon me, that might have been Scott. But they did get the follow-up. Just see a little more juice, a little more energy by the Titans. Well, as I say that, you get the Matador defense coming back the other way. 66, 51. Largest lead was 19. It sits at 15. Trying to harass Blair. That's, they want to try to get some turnovers, maybe some transitional buckets. He'll pick up the dribble, go right back inside. Oh, that's a nice little move. Little shoulder dip. Shielded the body and an easy lay-in. Back up to 17. Under 4 to play in this third quarter. Tipped around. Blair wants it. I think Ramirez might have tried to call a timeout. Instead, they might call it a jump ball. So the third quarter has been the difference, at least the first 6 minutes of this third quarter. 17-point cushion for the Titans, up and down the floor, getting their own rebounds, getting their misses, a lot of pick and rolls, guys knocking down shots. And Team Sun Devils just a little slower to the punch right now. Plenty of time. You just got to work your offense. You just got to be a little more smoother with the basketball. Nice shot. Turnaround, off balance. They've got scorers, whether it's Scott, McDonald, Mora. Just got to knock down these looks. Drop off Zhang, Blair. Team Sun Devils trying to cut into this deficit. Trail by 19. They sit, trailing by 15. Have an opportunity to get to the line to slice into this deficit. And Lawrence active. And now he'll step to the line for 2. I've seen sometimes that the shot's not falling. You got to go right to the basket. We see how the whistles are being called too this afternoon. 1 of 2 for Lawrence. 68-54. Blair, stutter step, stagger, kick out over the Zhang, puts it on the floor, stop and pop. That doesn't fall. Short arm. Sun Devils coming back the other way, trailing by 14. Long 3, catch and shoot. Good rebound, strong rebound off the glass. So a little run here by Team Sun Devils. They were trailing by 19. They are now down by 12 in this one. 2:35 to go. Blair off balance with the right hand, doesn't fall. Sun Devils have it, tipped around, and it goes out of bounds. Murphy couldn't corral it, but it bounced off Blair. Team Sun Devils will have it. Little run here and a little spurt. As I said, plenty of time. You just never, basketball is all about runs. Well, there you have the broadcaster's jinx right there. Just as I say that, they turn it over. And these possessions, too, late in the third quarter, after you made a run like this, they're pretty critical. You just, very hard to overcome unforced errors. 68-56. 2-man game, Blair over the Zhang. They'll swing it, Zhang. Another 3. So the 6'4" sharpshooter. Knocking down a couple big buckets. They'll swing this afternoon. 71-56. And now an easy glide in. 13-point lead right now. $1:34 to go in this third quarter. So the Team Sun Devils staying within striking distance, down 19. They cut it down to 13. They just need a couple defensive stops right here. Out rebounded, outworked. Blair tried to draw the contact, but he'll be rewarded. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Titans. So we're approaching under a minute to go in this third quarter. They're up by 13. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. And still the difference when you look at this game almost through 3 quarters, the Thailand Titans' ability to get to the line. They're 12 of 19 from the charity stripe. Sun Devils are 6 of 9. And Murphy has gotten to the line 5 times. Mora, which you don't expect, he's a big man, only been to the line once. And then Lawrence has been to the line 3 times. So you're waiting to see McDonald put the ball on the floor, penetrate, be a little more decisive. Scott, put the ball on the floor, penetrate, be a little more decisive. And they've done a poor job. Both teams really haven't shot the lights out from beyond the arc. They're combined 7 of 42. This is exactly where, you look for Zhang to flash, try to get the ball off the timeout. Tipped around, they can't convert. Sun Devils now want to push down 13. Yeah, the three's just not there tonight for either one of these teams. It's just the 3-point ball is just not falling. It really isn't. And you're down 13. You don't have to live and die by 3. And when Team Sun Devils, when they had opportunities, it's because they took advantage of the lineup at moments in the second, especially the late in the first quarter with their size. Blair exploding to the tin. He's going to draw the contact and he'll go to the line. And he landed awkwardly. Hope to see if he's okay. I think Lawrence also. But right now the concern is Blair. See if he shakes that off. I mean, he landed awkwardly. And that's good to see. Certainly, you don't want to see any player go down early on in the tournament. He'll go to line for 2, and Lawrence stating his case. Referee just saying, hey, look, you pushed him on the layup, you're going to get called for the foul. A lot of whistles being blown this afternoon. Blair to the line. Missed them both. 71-58, under 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. And stolen away. Coming back the other end. Look out. And an easy two-handed flush by Flynn. 73-58, final 25 of the third. Another turnover and a jailbreak opportunity. Back-to-back turnovers. Blair with the Euro step right hand off the glass. Count it. Gets it to drop. 75-58. Last several possessions, sloppy. Lawrence trying to create. He wants a continuation. They're going to call it on the floor, I believe, or they're going to give him they should give him the continuation, but we'll see what the call is. Definitely on the floor. Basket doesn't count. Thought the basket would count. 75-58. So you saw moments ago, back-to-back turnovers, easy buckets by the Titans. Again, transitional buckets. Team Sun Devils got to get back on defense. A little careless with the basketball. I want to see Lawrence be more decisive. Start to take matters into his own hands a little bit. Closing seconds of the third. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. So it was a 19-point lead for the Titans. Sun Devils, they chipped away. They got it to 13. Little push, little run, back-to-back turnovers. And the Titans were able to score. Now it sits at 75-61, 3/4 in the books. Fourth quarter coming up on the other side. As we get you set for the fourth quarter, Titans lead it over Team Sun Devils 75-61. Up to this point, 3/4 in the books. Blair with 16, Flynn with 16, CB with 12, Magdasla with 10 for the Titans. And they've been getting to the line 12 of 21, just 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. For Team Sun Devils, Murphy having himself a contest, number 5, 23 points. Mora, very active, the big man, 14 points, 5 of 11 from the floor. Lawrence, 8. Majilbra, 8. Scott with 4. They've gone to the line 7 of 10, so they picked it up a little bit, but 3-point shooting not there, 4 of 21. And it's still it's within striking distance right now, but it's pretty clear that Murphy and Moore have to start taking over. So watch for those two. Lawrence, little stutter step, picked up the dribble. No box out there, and a nice rebound off the follow-up. 75-63. Dodorwich, good look. Titans missed a bunny coming back. Menasas couldn't convert. And again, second time, straight possessions. Team Sun Devils showing a little hustle underneath the basket. And Lawrence showing a little energy. As he ties up Lesagaus. 75-63. It's a 12-point lead for the Titans early on in this fourth quarter. Game number 1 of 4 slated for this afternoon. Long 3. I don't know if that's a shot that Coach Ramirez wanted. Nice shot off the glass, though. Ball flake, got the defender to jump off the pump. And all of a sudden, that 19-point lead is sitting at 10. Dodorwich has been quiet. Get him going underneath. Reverse layup with the right hand. That's a gorgeous move. Back up to 12. And now it's starting to open up a little bit back to back. And a 3 coming back the other end. Certainly, if you're the Titans, you want to settle down a little bit. You don't want to give up possessions. I think Dodorwich was too unselfish there. Would have liked to saw him go right to the basket. Thought about it, kick out, 3 in rhythm. That doesn't drop, but there's going to be a call on the floor. Walters looking around. I know he wasn't. Might have made contact with him on the shot. If that's the case, it should be, well, I was about to say it should be 3 from the charity stripe, but we'll see if we can get a little clarity. 7:08 to go in this fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. Titans lead at 77-68. They led as many as 19. They now lead by 9. 7:08 to go in this fourth quarter. So I mentioned Murphy before. He's well past a double-double. He's got 11 rebounds. He's got 23 points, 9 defensive rebounds. So he's played really well tonight for Team Sun Devils. Under 7 to go in this fourth quarter, 77-68. Going to get some fresh bodies coming in. I mean, if I'm McGilbert right now, he's got Zhang on me. I want to get my fanny down on the low block. And you just see he's the stronger of the two. And I know that Scott's trying to well, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Scott's trying to set that screen. So McGilbert, it's going to come back. Well, we might get a timeout or it's going to go back the other way. But I like the idea from the Team Sun Devils. You've got the stronger of the two, get his fanny down on the low block, because the way he's been playing, the activity around the rim by number 66, he's going to draw that double team. So let's see if they try to work him in, and they do. They try to get it to him right away. He's just strong. I mean, that's try to draw the contact. But you just see they're trying to set some screens, trying to get him right under the basket. They got the matchup they want, and they converge. So good. I mean, triple team. That shows a lot of respect right there. They converge quickly, and they triple teamed them. Third time is going to be a charm. Looks like Team Sun Devils will keep possession. I mean, the Titans now are wise to it. Can't convert to 3, and another call on the floor. 77-68, 6:17 to go in this fourth. Feels as though the ball has been on this side of the floor for the last several moments. See if Team Sun Devils can take advantage of it. 4 straight possessions. And we'll get a timeout. 5:52 to go in this fourth quarter. Titans up 77-68. All right, back to live action. 77-68. Another opportunity for Team Sun Devils. They're not going to get the contact there. Opportunity 2-on-1. And the Titans score another transitional bucket. Coming back with a 2-man game. Just the shots. The bunnies have not fallen for Team Sun Devils right now. 79-68. Blair got caught up, drops it off to the trailer. That doesn't fall. Off the loose ball and the rebound. That drops home. So Flynn again, fortuitous bounce. 81-68, 13-point lead. 6:14 to go in this fourth quarter. Ooh, get that out of here. Great defense and a nice hustle play. If you're wondering the foul situation, not too bad right now for either team. First things first, though. Sun Devils trying to get this one under double digits. They can get it. Blair, so strong to the basket. Just missed. They can get this single digits with under 4 to go. They're right back in there. Gilbert tried to back tap it. It's a 13-point lead right now. 5:23 to go. And the Titans want to slow it down a little bit. Blair, who was banged up, looks to be okay over the last several possessions, getting up and down the floor. Wants the ISO, stutter step, thought about it, kick out, gives it up. They can't convert it, so another opportunity with under 5 to play in this fourth quarter for Team Sun Devils. And now it's just getting very sloppy on both ends of the floor as Titans can't finish again one more time. I mean, the missed opportunities up and down the floor. It's going to sit 13-point lead for the Titans, 4:45 to go. I did mention the scenarios with the foul. Lawrence has 3 for the Sun Devils. And the only other issue really for the Titans would be 2 and 2. Looks like for Dotterwich and CB. So right now it's a 14-point lead for the Titans. 4:45 to go. Obviously, the Sun Devils, every possession is critical, and they certainly can't turn the ball over. Gilbert pulls it back out. Tries to go behind his back. Does turn it over right there. Another transitional bucket and opportunity for the Titans, and they finally get one to drop. So it's back up to 14 with 4:20 to go. Yeah, the 3 just has not fallen for neither team. If I'm Team Sun Devils, maybe I want to try to press a little bit. Down 14, went under 4 to play. 2-man game. Blair thought about giving it up to Zhang. Picks up his dribble. They'll converge in double. He gets it right back. And just too easy. Right to the basket. But can't finish. Still sits 14-point lead right now. And if you're Team Sun Devils with 3:41 to go in this fourth quarter, you got to get moving. Turnovers are going to be the story of this one, and Team Sun Devils' inability to get to the line consistently. They'll pick it up, catch and shoot. That doesn't fall. So Murphy, who's had a really nice game, a little cold over the last couple possessions, but still solid double-double and a really good-looking player to watch going forward in this tourney. You get the call on the Titans going back the other end. So the running clock hitting the 3-minute mark. And the Titans up by 14, 84-70. Might be the last gasp for Team Sun Devils. And an emphatic right-handed stuff. Maybe a little too late, but still, little highlight reel, right-handed dunk, 84-72. But I like watching Scott and Moore. I like their game. I like Murphy's game. Well, now the three makes it a little interesting. Just as I say that, 84-75, 2:15 to go. And Titans got to be a little judicious with the basketball right now. And if you're Team Sun Devils, you want to pressure them a little more. They turn it over one more time, and then the Sun Devils give it right back when under 2 minutes to go. And they were trying to get back in this contest. Look, still, they're down by 9. A little life with that 3-point shot, but under 2 to go. Titans want to talk about it. So 84-75, 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. $84-75. Titans lead this one 2 minutes ago, and Sun Devils making it interesting. They were down 19 in this game, and they would not go away. And they haven't gone away. But I think a lot of that has to do with the last several possessions, a little more lackluster defensively by both teams, a couple opportunities with transitional buckets. But it's imperative right now that the Sun stop down 9, but them really cutting and chipping into this deficit. And if you're the Titans, you want the ball in number 3's hands, Blair. You certainly don't want to turn it over, and they don't. No, they do. So last gas right now, 55 seconds to go. Titans up 84-75. And that 3 drops. 84-78, 40 seconds to go. See if they foul. And they do. Dotterweich will go to the line. 84-78, 35 seconds to go. So you got to foul. You got to hope for misses. You get a quick 3, you're down 3, you get another foul, you hope for a miss, and then you got an opportunity to tie up this contest. I mean, they were down 19 points and now find themselves down 6 with 35 seconds to go. Side out. Got to get the ball to Zangs. I would, in this instance, get it right back to Blair, do you not? Well, I can see the reasoning behind that because Blair from the line is 4 of 10. So they want to keep the ball out of his hands. But just for, I guess you can say, security purposes, late in the game, try to get in the guard's hand. But that is the smart play right there. You don't want him to go to the line if you're the Titans. Obviously, if you're Team Sun Devils, you want him on line because he's had some issues from the charity stripe tonight. Nonetheless, 84-78, 9 seconds to go. Makisla on the line. Drops home the first. And the second doesn't fall. Last gas. For Team Sun Devils, and they're going to foul quickly. And the first is true. So they had that last gas and they just could not knock down that 3. And I believe Zhang knocks home both of them. Should be a 10-point lead right now. Final 16. That doesn't fall. Tipped around, little loose change. Another foul on the floor. And that's going to do it. So they'll let the clock wind down and run it out. Titans pick up a win to start things off. Warriors League Thailand 2026 10th annual tournament. And they finish off the Sun Devils, who made an interesting late, down 19. They scratch and claw, and they lose it 85-80. So the Titans pick up 2 points, and they're able to withstand a